I don't know what's
We've
going
already
on.
gone.
There were some changes that Restream made that I have no idea what's going on here. So we'll figure it out on the way.
They've
Looks
had
like
some,
we're
they've had some
recording
trouble
now.
trying to get in the last few
Yeah,
weeks.
it's now we can go live. All right, now we're live on Facebook.
Okay.
All right, so I obviously I'm gonna.
All right, so we only lost 6 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's weird, but I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what happened here, so we'll see what happens. Hang on a second. Go back here and go out and play. And I don't know what's going on. Okay. All right, we're live on Facebook now. I'm sorry, guys.
Hi, Facebook.
Hi, Facebook. We got Ken back, so it's good to have him
Hi.
back.
And the intro did play, believe it or not.
It did play. For some reason, there was a hiccup with Restream.
They talk about
I'm going
me.
to have to go into there and see what changes they made for the next show, so that we can get everything caught up here.
Hey,
Why restream?
Hey,
I am
hey,
having to.
really quick.
I am having to update the key for Facebook every week now, so that's an issue. But for the most part, we are now broadcasting on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. So we are live, which is good.
All right.
Excellent.
Now,
But it is what it is. Anyway,
now,
Sheila's here. Kenny is here, Sheila. Yes, Kenny is back.
Hi, Sheila.
hi, Sheila.
Hello, Sheila.
For those of you that have not been keeping up, Kenny finally got a laptop that I sent him that I have promised to send him for over a year.
Oh,
But finally it was sent. He got it. He's able to get back on the show live. So Kenny, I apologize for the delay because I am the king of procrastinators, just to be sure you understand that.
It was
And
worth
it
the wait.
took me a long time to get that taken care of. So
AKA lazy ass.
yes, that too, Elliot. Yes, correct. So
Oh, by the way, before we go any further,
yes.
Wayne,
Yes, sir.
can you remember an event that I said that was fact the other day would no longer be fact today?
If you're referring to the Indians/Guardians/Spiders being in first place and having the best record,
I think they're the fifth best record now.
Yeah, I do recall that.
Are we really doing this?
I do recall that premonition.
You said you wanted to talk about that. You
are
did say
actually
we'll
taking
see Sunday.
time.
We'll see Sunday, and we'll talk about it then. Well, here it is. We're talking about it. They don't even have the fourth best record in baseball.
The assault never changes, Ken. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you being away has not changed a goddamn thing.
Hey,
Elliot and Wayne take pride in abusing me over the Guardians record because I once said that they had the best.
You put yourself in the pot, and I'm gonna light you up like stew.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's how that works.
Fact and premonition.
Every chance he gets. By the way, Cleveland, the Guardians have the best record in baseball. Yeah, it lasts for about 5 minutes. I mean, the next day they weren't even the best record anymore.
Not even after Friday.
Mm-hmm.
They got broomed this weekend.
Yeah.
We got broomed by the Brewers.
Yeah, not groomed.
They got brewed.
Broomed, yeah, that's what I said. Broomed by the Brewers. Brew crew.
Nice.
They got smushed on that near beer.
Hey, you're lucky Minnesota lost today, or else you'd only be a game up.
I mean, they still got a 2-game lead on the Twins. I'm not worried about it right now. I mean, so what is it? Is what it is.
Apparently, that was a wild ending.
It is okay. See how that tune changed since Thursday.
I mean, they're only a game behind the Yankees, Elliot. So
see how the tune changed from the other day.
They're still leading the division. That's all that matters.
It's totally a total contrast, dude. It's like night and day. Oh, best record. Oh, well, only a game behind.
Can I just say,
I don't think they're better flip flops on the beach.
let me just say, I'm an Orioles fan between now and the end of the season. Okay, I'm an Orioles fan. Thank you very much. Go Birds.
Mm.
On that note, bottom of the second just ended. Nothing. Tigers and the Yankees.
In the Little League game.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
A little
Mm,
league. game.
Williamsport.
Okay.
Well, it's that yearly Little League thing they do with
And Williamsport.
Williamsport.
Yep.
It's Little League Day or whatever, and
I
two
think
teams go out and play
Williamsport must have a
and spend the
single
weekend.
A or double A
Yep.
team. They play in their stadium.
So,
I hope you had a good time with that, Elliot. I'm just saying.
I had a great time, dude. I went to church, felt good, got my spirits lifted, and
Good.
found me a new song. I'm
Hmm.
down with PPP. It's called. He's about to change.
Thank you, Sheila. Sheila is supporting me. Thank you. She's, oh my God, Elliot, relax, bro.
He's about to change the subject.
Where is Sheila posting? Because I'm not seeing anybody in the.
It's purposeful prayer and praise. That's all it is.
I'm not sure why you're not seeing the comments, Ken, but it's there. So
Okay.
I guess you got to be on Facebook to see it. That's probably why.
I
So,
don't pay attention to
okay.
the comments, man.
yeah, the Facebook stuff. The downside to the new Facebook rules is we don't get to see the chat.
Oh,
I can see it from Facebook, but you're not able to get to Facebook because you're having issues with
right.
Mr. Zuckerberg at the moment. But yeah, I can see it on. I can see the chat, so it's all good. She just tells Elliot to chill out. You know.
Oh.
All right, man.
The actual comment was, "OMG, Elliot, relax, bro."
Yes.
Mm.
See, but you see, Elliot is not satisfied unless he is criticizing one of my teams. That's all there is to it.
Well, if your teams didn't make it so easy for me to criticize them, you wouldn't have a problem.
There we go.
Well, let's see. I got the Red Sox. I got the Cowboys. I got the Mavericks. I mean,
There's a lot to criticize you for, Ken, but he doesn't choose to do that.
You ain't the lone
Maybe.
freaking ranger, dude. There are other people with sports fanatic problems.
Unbelievable.
We're not all sane. As a matter of fact, is any one of them?
Well,
I got a
here's
question,
the issue.
Scott.
The Mavs made it to the championship this year.
Yeah.
The Red Sox have recently won a World Series. And
Go fuck yourself, Wayne.
and Dallas, well, okay, never mind. And Dallas is doing Dallas-like things.
They're only a year removed, only from 30 years since the last NFC Championship game. So it's been almost 30 years now.
I still got that Cowboys Super Bowl win in my VCR. So.
That VHS, man.
That VHS.
It's
Yep.
VHS. Yes, it's not. Yeah, it's VHS.
You should
VHS.
You should copy that and resell it to Cowboys fans.
I don't think you can do that anymore.
Oh God.
I do have a question though,
Probably
Scott.
because nobody has a freaking VCR.
Yeah,
That's right.
Go ahead, Ken. What's your question?
First game of the season,
hate that.
Cowboys and the Browns. Is that in Dallas or in Cleveland?
It's in Cleveland.
Cleveland? Okay.
It's in
Oh,
Cleveland.
Dallas has got the AFC North. Ooh.
Yes, we have the
yeah.
AFC North this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, arguably the best division in the AFC and maybe in football. So
That's at least 1-3 right
What's
there.
that? What's that? Ooh, nice catch.
Nice catch.
Oh, yeah.
That's at least that's at least a 1-3 start right there.
for the Browns,
For the
No,
Browns.
no, the Cowboys.
for the
Cowboys.
Cowboys. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we might beat the Steelers. I
They'll
don't know.
beat the Giants. Don't they play the Giants?
Twice.
No, I was
Yeah.
referring to the AFC
Giants-
North, not
Giants
the
like week 2 or week
NFC.
3.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking Pittsburgh might be.
Yeah,
the-
1-3 for Dallas right
We
there.
might be able to beat the Steelers this year. I don't know.
You know who's going to beat them bad this year? Derrick Henry, because they passed up on him.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
gonna
really
make
looking forward to that.
He's gonna make them regret that move.
Yeah, Sheila says she's got a VCR in the basement and wants to know if anybody wants to buy it.
You can put it on Facebook, but they'll charge you to do it.
You're funny. All right, I'm going to change the subject because I hate you guys right now, but that's okay.
You always hate us. Come on, man. The truth inspires hate sometimes. You know,
The Las Vegas Raiders have announced Gardner Minshew is their starting quarterback week 1.
Gardner mustache.
Yes. So I guess the guy that played last year, I don't even remember his name, but I guess the guy that played last year just isn't doing it.
O'Connell?
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell.
And together you still don't have a whole quarterback.
Right, but you know what? Gardner Minshew is fun to watch. He really is.
Fun to watch. But does he win?
Hey, the Colts almost made it in the playoffs last year with him at QB as opposed to Anthony Richardson. So
Correct.
Keyword there is almost.
yeah. He's serviceable. Like Jacoby Brissett, serviceable.
That's why I think Dak, his option, he has a wide open option there in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
They'll pay him $60 a year to go there.
Somebody will.
The head coach says it wasn't based off solely last night. There's a lot of factors. So we feel Gardner gives us the best opportunity to get off to a fast start. And that's what we're going with. We support him. Our team's behind it. Our staff's behind it. The organization is behind it. So,
well, yeah, because O'Connell didn't, he didn't like amaze anybody. He didn't.
Yeah, I think Minshew only played second quarter last night.
So yeah, no, it makes sense for them to start Minshew. Minshew's got the experience. He's his teammates like him. He's a likable person.
Well, every team he's been on, they love him. From Jacksonville to Indianapolis, now in Vegas. I mean, come on.
But that still means that Vegas is going to finish at least third or fourth anyway. So.
I think you know what? I think Vegas finishes last. I think the Broncos actually will finish above them.
I think Vegas loses Devontae Adams at some point this season.
The injury?
No, to a trade or something.
Trade.
Probably to the Jets.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers would love that shit.
Rodgers wants him.
That's what he wants. They're trying to get him to New York.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put him on the other side of Garrett Wilson with Breece Hall and the rest of them,
it's a formidable offense if you can get it.
Yeah.
So that's going on with the Raiders. Now, the big news of the day was that the Vikings have signed cornerback Stephon Gilmore to a one-year contract.
Yep, 1 year
contract. Another former Cowboy.
Yep, former Cowboy. Ken, you're right. I mean, that's
washed up.
That's a big get for the Vikings, and it's going to
he's washed up. If he's a former Cowboy, he's washed up. Yeah.
No, he's got plenty left.
I mean, Stephon Gilmore is one of the best corners in the NFL.
He's got plenty left in the tank.
He's washed up.
So
he's far from washed up.
I mean, for a team whose defense last year did not really do well.
Everything Dallas touches turns to coal. You know?
Wow. Welcome back to the show, Ken.
Man, I've missed this. Said no one ever.
It's just ridiculous.
No, he's got plenty in the tank left. I wish the Cowboys could have gotten him back, but they weren't going to pay that for him. So,
well, they won't pay Dak.
They're paying anybody.
Makes you think they're going to pay?
They're not paying nobody, dude.
No, hey, we've had 7 interceptions in the first 2 preseason games. We had one return for a touchdown last night.
Jerry must owe a lot of people money, yo.
Yeah, well, the key word in that phrase, Ken. The key word in that phrase, Ken, is preseason.
Preseason, yeah. I know.
Whatever. What's going to change in the regular season?
God,
we had one that had 5.
You're not going to have CeeDee Lamb because he's not going to play if you don't pay him.
Right. He's
going to sit out.
Yep.
You still got Zach Martin and Micah Parsons as well.
Well, Parsons can't sit because he's on contract till next year.
Yes,
Right.
he's still on the contract, even though he's looking for an
They got that
extension.
rookie
So, yeah.
contract.
Okay, but CD Lamb can. And if Dak doesn't sign, where the fuck does that leave the Cowboys? I mean, he'll play maybe,
He'll play on this current deal. Yes, he will
Mhm.
play
but
this.
but in the back of his mind, he'll be thinking that he's playing on his current deal,
Yeah.
and he might not
Playing
put
on
his
this current deal
might
to
put- he
get
might
paid
put
next year.
yeah, he might put enough effort to match what he's making this year.
Well, and the fact remains is that the statement is still out there where Jerry Jones says he's not in an urgent situation to sign CD Lamb.
No.
He's
Oh,
he's
that's-
treading water on Dak,
He's screwed, dude.
you know, and we've all been, and even Ken has been on the same opinion that as long as Jerry Jones is the owner / general manager of the Cowboys, they will not succeed.
I'll take it one bit further. As long as Jerry Jones is still drawing breath on this earth, the Cowboys will never win another championship.
No.
And Ken's in agreement with that. That's one of the
Yeah.
things. You know, I don't know if
Yep.
Stephen Jones is going to would be a better GM for the Cowboys
He'd sell the team probably.
because of his bloodline.
Dude, it's worth over $10 billion. Don't you think he'd try to sell it after?
I
it's
mean,
done?
why wouldn't he
Yeah.
try to sell it?
They're worth $10 billion. Why aren't you spending some of that money? Jesus.
$10 billion.
Bearing it?
I consider it sold at that point. Once Pops passes, it's time to sell.
Yes.
I'll take the $10 billion and roll on and let somebody else have headaches of running the Dallas Cowboy organization.
Right.
I'll
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
Ken's been
I
frustrated.
like he'd sell it to Elon Musk.
be sipping my ties out of $100 bills.
I mean, I think Ken has gotten more gray hair because of the Cowboys the last 30 years than anything
Yeah,
before
that's
that.
been part of it. Yeah.
So,
They're a beat down.
I mean, he
that's for
spent
sure.
most of that time as a reporter and as
Man,
a
if it wasn't for
journalist.
the Cowboys, he'd look 29 right now.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, he
I
spent
like
the last
Field 29 though.
he spent the last 40 plus years reporting on the Cowboys on a daily basis. And ever since he retired from journalism, it's just been frustrating for him. So anyway,
Well, anytime you retire from something that brings you passion.
yeah. Hey Wayne, B Rich is in the chat, by the way. Just wanted to let you know that he's there.
Nice.
Good to
Who,
see you,
B.
B
Rich?
Rich.
B Rich in the house?
What's up, B Rich?
What
Correct.
up, B Rich? That's my nigga right there.
So how was his visit with you, Wayne? Was it a good visit when he came over to your place?
Damn
Oh,
right. Damn right. He got a Sports Nerd t-shirt, yo. Come on,
There you
man.
go.
That was the highlight of his
Any
visit.
one of these?
Yes,
Yeah.
one of those, Ken. Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, we finally got to see it on Ken, too.
Yes.
exactly.
Hell yeah. That's the first time we see Ken wearing that.
No doubt.
Hell
I took
yeah.
a picture with it.
Right on. No, I know you took a picture, but it ain't the same until you come on.
Oh, okay, yeah,
You know what I mean?
Until we can see your pretty face on.
I think we should all wear them
on
on
the show, Ken.
My
I
pretty
think we
furry
should all wear
face.
them on the Sunday show. Just
Yeah.
I wore it just for you guys.
I think,
Oh, we love
I
you.
think just for the Sunday show, we should all wear it.
Thanks, B Rich. He says you totally rock. Maybe for the Sunday show, since it's going to be as long as you want to sit here. So maybe we'll just wear those.
Well, we'll be we'll be in lockstep.
Yep.
We're all wearing the same shirt.
Wayne, I got to ask, if you look at your screen, what the hell is reflecting into your face?
That is the sun.
It's the sun.
Yes.
Old
Sun
Saul.
coming through the window.
I mean, it's like targets on your forehead there, bro.
Yeah, it's like the red.
How about
It's
that?
like the red dot, only white.
exactly.
You know,
How
the
about
laser.
this?
The laser.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like
Looks
you
like
got a
someone
white
got a laser
right
pointer pointed at your
Laser
forehead,
pointer,
waiting
yeah.
to take a shot at you.
Like
Yeah.
SWAT is outside because there's a few of them and shit. So.
There you go.
Yeah, the sun is targeting me.
Yeah. The sun's killing me.
B Rich says he loves the shirt. It's fire. Thank you, B Rich. We love the shirt too. And big shout out to Mr. Elliot, the producer, Elliot Lamba, for getting the shirt, getting the pattern and
Getting the design. Let me help him out. Getting
So-
the design together.
Yes,
Producing the shirt.
yes.
And then ordering them accordingly for everyone.
Mhm.
Who
And
is
again,
who is so ever fortunate right now to own one?
We really appreciate it because it is a really good shirt. We love it.
Yeah, man.
Have you had a lot of people order them so
I
far?
think I wound up ordering about 10 or 11 of them, I think.
Cool.
And, you know,
Oh,
that's more than our weekly. That's more than our
That's
weekly.
smart, yeah.
You know, come on. So that's more than we get
Actually
every
wore
week.
mine to the grocery store one day, and not a single person looked up and said,
My wife keeps
that
asking
you?
me. My wife keeps asking me when I'm going to order hers.
Why don't you order? What? You didn't get Crystal one? Come on. What's up with that?
Oh, come on, man. Shit, there's holidays and shit coming up. You know?
Oh, Jesus.
Didn't know Labor Day was that important.
No. I'll tell you, and as a side note, I'll just tell you that Cheryl loves hers because she got one too. So,
Oh, speaking of Cheryl, I wasn't feeling well earlier.
what do you mean?
Well, I kind of I saw this post or this message that somebody put
Yeah,
up.
and it was the wrong chat. I'm sorry, Elliot. I mean, it was in
I
the
read
wrong
the first line, and then I threw up in my mouth, so I had to go have ice cream to kind of.
Dang.
Oh.
Wow.
Dude, that was a short story you wrote in that damn.
Well, and actually, Elliot, basically, it was copied and pasted from another post on Facebook, and that's why. I put it.
Why?
You call that a short?
Well, I meant to put it in a different chat, meaning the person
Yeah, you
kept
put it
her
in
and
the
I and
wrong
posted it in our
chat,
chat.
dude.
So.
Dude, that was like a thesis.
Just like the thing with the birthday present. You know.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah. It was a thesis, wasn't it? I'm serious, dude.
I was like, what? I started reading it. I was like about four lines in. I'm like, I hope this wasn't intended for here. And and lo and behold, it wasn't.
Hey, I read the first line and then I just says like that.
I have
I know what's
idea
coming.
what you're talking about. So
I know what's coming. Anyway, you were saying, Scott?
Nothing.
not a damn thing.
You need to pay closer attention to the shit you post and where you post it, yo.
Yes.
You get yourself in trouble all the time, man.
Yep. Did you guys see the highlights of Patrick Mahomes flinging a behind the back pass
Yes.
to Kelsey yesterday?
Show
Yeah,
off.
I did see that.
Yeah. Well,
I have to admit that was pretty cool.
It was cool, but he's a show off. I mean,
He is
That
a
was-
show off,
that
Ken.
That
You're
was
right.
pretty cool.
they said he's been working on that in camp for like 3 weeks. So
he should be doused in mustard for the hot dog.
yeah,
I mean, they're going for the three-peat. Do any of you guys think they can do a three-peat this year?
no,
Anything's possible,
Oh,
but
yeah, anything's
I
possible.
don't think it's gonna happen.
no.
I can see
Somebody will take
somebody,
him out.
I can see somebody suffering an injury
Well, and I also think that the
because
other
you know that they've been kind of injury free for all these.
right, but I also
Mhm.
believe that a lot of the AFC teams have upgraded from their previous roster from last year too.
Well,
Oh,
not
yeah.
just that, but
Yeah.
he has problems against two teams, Cincinnati and
Cincinnati and Buffalo.
okay. Those teams have.
They
a-
always
a
seem to
game
beat
plan.
Buffalo somehow.
At least in the
Those
playoffs they
teams
do. During
have
the regular
the type
season
of-
they don't, Ken, but in the playoffs, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying those two teams have the game plan on defense, okay, to slow Kansas City down. Now, Detroit is another one, but they're in a different conference.
Right.
I'm just saying, okay, that Kansas City could have problems. You know, at some point, Josh Allen's going to get lucky in a game against Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At some point, Joe Burrow's not going to get robbed by the officials, okay,
Well,
to
and-
allow Patrick Mahomes to go to a Super Bowl.
Right. And my concern is, can Joe Burrow stay healthy throughout the rest of the entire season?
Well, can anybody stay healthy for the
$4,000
rest of the
question.
entire season? You can't narrow that down to just one person. Maybe he had the amount of injuries he's going to get in his career. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a common injury, his wrist. That's not
Yeah, throwing a pass and then you
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not common. You know what I'm saying? So outside of the leg thing from a year ago, but even then, he practically owned Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And they've only actually lost once, and it was that game,
Yep.
championship game, where the referees didn't call a hold against Kansas City and then call some other bullshit call on Cincinnati at the same time. Okay. So they got robbed in the one game. They should have gone back to the Super Bowl. It should have been them in Philly, not Kansas City and Philly.
The Chiefs have definitely had the referees in their back pocket.
Again, the stat that boggles the mind most to me is that
No holding calls.
No
holding calls in any
None.
of the 3 Super Bowl wins. Okay.
Right.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. And they led the league in holding all 3 seasons.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
How does that happen? And you can go back to the tapes and you see all the holds that they did in that Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Bosa and the rest of the boys. Come on, man. The league is fully intent on keeping the Chiefs on top, no matter what they got to do. We'll see what happens.
Didn't Martez Scanlon
On the
get
field.
injured last night?
Yeah, I think so. Why does
I
it matter?
think
I mean, no matter how much I try to find out, I don't.
It's Marquez Valdez-Scantling, huh?
Yeah, I don't. See, I mean, oh no, it's Marquise Brown, not Marquise Van Escape. It was Marquise Brown.
Yeah, Marquise Brown.
Hollywood
Hollywood Brown. Yes,
Yeah, he's gonna be out. He's gonna be out probably
he
about a month.
dislocated his clavicle.
Right.
Yeah, that was a couple
In the game
weeks
last
ago.
night against the
about
Jags.
2 months.
They said about 4 to 6 weeks is what they said.
Yeah, he won't need surgery, but he's still going to be out.
Right. That's
So-
not something you come back from right away.
No,
No, that's not a week or a 2-week injury.
No.
No,
it's
that
not.
takes time, dude. That takes a little bit of time. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean the Browns had some offensive line issues last night against Minnesota, and the starters are going to play this week against Seattle for the 3rd preseason game. So hopefully we'll get to see, because they've lost both games they've played. But I mean, and you know what? My concern is health for the whole team. With Nick Chubb coming back and Deshaun Watson coming back, both from injury. Wills is still a day-to-day thing as far as his injuries are concerned, coming from his injuries. The offensive line is subject for the Browns, and that has me big-time concerned for the opener against Dallas.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, please do, Ken. It's ammunition for you the week after week 1, so just go ahead and do that, Ken.
No, there'll be no firing over the.
It's going to be more funny when I say the Browns beat you without their top offensive line in place. So, it is what it is.
You wouldn't be the first team that's ever done that, and you won't be the last either.
So I see the Steelers lost an offensive lineman to a torn rotator cuff. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good news for Fields and Wilson, right?
Fields, I mean, you know what? Wilson did not play well last night.
Either one have.
No, neither one of them have. So, I mean,
So what would you think about Noah Lyles versus Tyreek Hill?
the as far as the Olympic champion against Tyreek Hill in a race,
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill is writing a check his body can't fucking cash. I'm just saying. To quote Top Gun, your body's writing a check that you're writing a check that body can't cash.
So you think Lyles will beat him?
Oh yeah.
Rouse will smoke him.
Yes.
Well,
I'm not sure Tyreek Hill could beat DK Metcalf.
Hill's calling him out. Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's calling them out.
They're calling each other out.
He called him out, yeah.
The
They're in a
Chiefs
battle
getting
right now.
called out. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, you're as far as the Steelers concerned, offensive line Herbig has a torn rotator cuff.
Yeah.
Hill said he wanted to run him at 50 yards, and Lyle says, it's 100 if you want to run me.
Yeah, it's actually Nate Herberg is the center.
He wants a 100-yard
He's
dash.
expected to be sidelined for a significant amount of time with a torn rotator cuff. So
a rotator cuff, yeah, that takes a long.
that means that his backup is a rookie center, Zach Frazier. That's his backup.
Steelers are in trouble.
Yeah. And I'm one of those guys. I mean, you guys know how much I hate Pittsburgh, how much I hate the Ravens. I don't see or foresee that the addition of Russell Wilson or
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. As much as I love Justin Fields because he is a former Buckeye, but I don't foresee either one of those guys being able to get this team to the next level.
It's because they got bigger problems than just the quarterback position.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't have a very good wide receiver core.
No.
Their running backs are questionable at best. It's a 50-50 backfield.
Right.
Okay. Ever since Roethlisberger's left, it's like a curse. They haven't been able to find a quarterback to play in Pittsburgh. Okay.
The defense is
suspect and aging.
They're still fairly good, but they're getting old.
But they're in a division where
they're in a tough division. I mean, and the Browns are in the same position. I mean, they're in a tough division. It's like I said, it's probably arguably the best defense in the NFL, best division in the NFL at this point. Because at any given point, any of the four teams in that division.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I put Cincinnati's team.
Well, it depends on how Joe Burrow does, Elliot. To be honest, I mean, Joe Burrow is how that team clicks. It's how
the only way Joe Burrow can affect the defense is if he keeps the team on the field longer.
Correct.
Although I'm a little disappointed that you're throwing shade at the NFC South.
Really? Seriously?
No.
When sarcasm is not a good quality to have, okay?
It doesn't work well for some people.
No, it doesn't work well for most people. Wayne, that sarcasm was just bad.
The NFC South, baby.
I know you're sweating out those Seattle matches.
The sun we're getting ready to pull the trigger on your forehead, brother. I'm just saying.
There you go. Right there.
The Falcons improved themselves a little bit on defense.
They got a couple of great defenders coming in.
They might make a little bit of noise down there in the South, those dirty birds. You know what I'm saying? But I still think that the division there is probably going to be Tampa and Atlanta.
I would say they're the best two teams in the division. I mean,
they're the best two teams, but right now I give Atlanta the edge after picking up Judon and Simmons.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. I definitely give them the edge.
I definitely agree with that.
Because
you guys missed a hell of a show here just a minute ago.
Who?
Saints and 49ers, and Carissa Thompson's looking pretty fine tonight.
Who?
Carissa Thompson.
Oh, Carissa, yeah, she
always looks fine, no matter what she looks. No matter what
I didn't know that Julian Edelman has joined Fox.
Didn't Carissa just have a baby not too long ago?
I don't know.
I've seen
we got butt fumble in the booth. Sanchez.
You ain't even got to say the name. As soon as you say butt fumble.
All you have to say is what occurred, and we know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Butt fumble. Mark Sanchez.
Nice.
I mean, Chris has got a great podcast with Aaron Andrews.
Yeah. They both have the same birthday. And their birthday
is the same. Google and I don't see that she had a kid. I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
I can't remember if she's married or not. That doesn't make any difference.
She's divorced, actually. She was married at one point, but they got divorced.
Okay.
But
you might be thinking of Maria Thompson from NBC. Used to be at ESPN.
Right.
She was pregnant.
Speaking of ESPN, what do you think about them?
RG3 got fired.
Let me check that. RG3 and Sam Ponder.
Sam
They
Parker.
Really?
got laid off. They didn't get fired. They have
Well,
to
I
have
mean,
cause to have to
Same
fire
difference.
them. They've
right,
got
but
laid off.
RG3 had still had 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah. He got laid off because I've been laid off 4 times. I know.
I've been laid off twice in my life too, Ken.
You know who my favorite all-time
They had to have
female,
cause to fire him. They didn't have cause.
my all-time favorite female broadcaster or whatever? Jane Kennedy.
Oh, Jane Kennedy was the best back in the day, back in the 70s and early 80s. Yes.
Fine.
Jane Kennedy.
She was fine.
Her and the other one that was a Miss
She's
America.
like Samantha Irvin today from
Phyllis
the
George.
Phyllis
Phyllis
George
George.
was also very good. Yes, Ken.
Phyllis George was good.
Very nice.
She was a beauty queen, wasn't she?
She just passed away recently too. I think she had breast cancer or whatever.
2 or 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite one now is Mina Kimes. I love some Mina Kimes.
Mhm.
I mean,
Me and Combs is good.
Yeah.
What's the other girl from on ESPN? She's got a podcast too, and she's on Around the Horn a lot.
I'm
I
trying to
can't
think.
remember right now.
Shout out to my niece and my Charity and her husband Patrick, who are on.
Oh. Hello.
Welcome.
Willkommen. Bienvenue.
God, that was a great movie, Ken.
Which one?
All that jazz was it? All that jazz was no.
All that jazz? Yeah.
Is that's with Joel Gray? No, not all that jazz. No, that wasn't it. Cabaret.
Cabaret, yeah. Cabaret.
With Joel Gray.
Yeah.
And Liza Minnelli.
Liza.
Liza Minnelli, yep.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Life
I
is
was wondering when her name was going to come up.
Oh, Charity and Patrick Hamber are in the chat, by the way.
Yep. That's why I said shout out to my niece.
Yep.
Hello, Charity, and hello, Patrick.
Yes.
I mean, they're Ravens fans, so I try not to hold that against them, but hey.
Writing off the Pittsburgh issue, Mike Tomlin says quarterback one evaluation is an incomplete study because their offense did struggle against the Bills in that preseason.
Yes, they did.
So I mean, they didn't do very well. So it's I don't know. I mean, as Tomlin has always said, that QB1 is always up for grabs, and they're still going on with that. So I mean, I don't know. With I mean, it's going to be a battle. We got one more preseason game, and then Tomlin's going to make a decision. I'm assuming it's going to be Russell Wilson because of his veteran record, because how long he's been in Justin Fields. You know, he's only been in the league for like 2 or 3 years, so I mean, it could be an issue. Have you guys seen?
By the way, that game had to have been a snoozer. 9-3.
Yeah, I mean, let me take a look at this.
That's why I don't watch preseason.
All preseason snoozers.
I mean,
The concept of preseason is a snoozer.
Well, once they go to an 18-game schedule, then you only got 2 games to worry about at that point in time.
Good.
There'll be another year or 2.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys think Williams has shown enough in preseason to show that he's going to be a force in the NFL this year?
Well, I wouldn't
As a
go
rookie?
force. I wouldn't go force. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody knew C.J. Stroud was going to be a force.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what he's done so far looks pretty impressive, and the Bears games haven't even been close.
Right. I mean, they won 27-3 against the Bengals last night. So
And they killed Buffalo the week before.
right.
Mhm.
And they beat. Yeah. So I mean,
So, it is preseason.
Right.
You can remember and keep that.
Nobody shows anything in preseason anyway. Vanilla offense, vanilla defense. So when the season starts and they start out 0-3, everybody will be, he's not the answer.
right. What do you guys think of what we've seen so far of the new kickoff rule?
I like it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I like it.
I enjoyed
like
it when the USFL
I think
implemented.
you get the right guy who busts through the middle. You go for what's
What confirmed it for me as the clear-cut choice is when they put up the stat that last year with the regular kickoff,
Mm-hmm.
only 22% were ever returned.
Yeah.
This year, under the new kickoff rule, 80% of kicks are returned.
Yeah, they're not getting big returns, but at least there's some at least there's some bit of excitement going on here.
Yeah.
But you get some kind of action going on.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and you're reducing the amount of injury that could occur.
Right. And my feeling is that the special teams coordinators are not putting all of their tricks and their options into the bag during preseason. They're going to roll them out during the regular season to make it more exciting.
You'd have to be completely stupid to do that.
Right. I mean, there's going to be.
First of all, the plays that you're running in preseason aren't going to be the ones that you're running.
Well, they're vanilla, right, Elliot? They're all vanilla,
Right?
Yes.
Because the stat, I mean, the personnel on the field is never going to get close to that playbook, that main playbook that everybody has.
Right.
Let's take a look at these scores from yesterday. Let's see: 14-13, 13-12, 27-3, 28-10 was a big one. 24-23, Detroit over KC.
Yep.
27-12, 16-15, 21-13, 13-6, 9-3, 15-12, 13-9, 20-7, and 27-12.
Yeah, the Browns lose 27-12.
Right.
But as we have done every season for the last 12, 13 years that we've done this show, the preseason doesn't mean diddly squat.
Mm-mm.
I've seen teams go undefeated in the preseason and end up with like 3 wins.
Detroit was 4-0 one year for preseason. They went 0-16 in the regular season.
Right.
Okay, so
16 in the regular season. Yep.
Yeah, no.
the preseason means nothing.
Cowboys went 0-4 one year and won the Super Bowl.
Preseason is about getting yourself in shape, but you're not going to be in total game shape because you're not
Nope.
playing
And
against.
it's going to take 3 or 4 weeks to get your groove on in the regular season too. So
If you're good, you're good, man.
You want to hear something crazy?
yeah,
When I was growing up,
crazy? Huh?
They had 6 preseason games,
Ooh, yeah.
and
No,
if you played the Hall of Fame game, you played
I'm not
7.
that old. I'm not that old.
Yeah, I am.
Jerry says it sounds like a problem in Steeler country. B Rich likes the kickoff. So yeah, I mean we're getting input from our viewers, and I appreciate that very much.
Good.
Oh, by the way, congratulations to the New York Liberty for clinching the playoffs.
Oh, good God!
Yeah, they rolled the aces last night.
They rolled the aces, and then they beat somebody else. Was it today?
I'd like to give a shout out.
No, they rolled the aces last night.
I'd like to give a shout out to Hideki Matsuyama for winning the St. Jude's Classic.
He was on fire today, wasn't he, Ken?
Hang on, remember the week before he and his caddy got mugged in London.
They got mugged in London.
Mugged in London on his way back from Paris in the Olympics. They lost their passports. He got his back, but his caddy lost his passport. He didn't have his caddy. He didn't have his bag. He had to borrow a bag with the clubs and everything, and had a substitute caddy for this tournament, and he ended up winning it.
Sometimes when you get in a situation like that, you're so pissed off, it inspires you to do it.
Well, and that's the first leg of the FedEx Cup too. They got 2 more.
I mean, come on. You knew he had to be playing with a big chip on his shoulder.
Absolutely.
And pissed off to the max.
Right.
No doubt.
And he just made that work for him. That's all.
He did.
He channeled it in the right place.
Speaking of the Olympics, have you gotten a withdrawal from the Olympics this week?
Withdrawal?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You got to be heavily involved in something before you can have withdrawal.
Yeah, you got to be addicted. You got to be addicted.
I've been heavily involved.
You got to be addicted to something.
Well, they took breakdancing out of the Olympics.
Yeah, they won't be seeing that anymore.
But I tell you what, that one chick is beat all over the world right now.
Yeah, she's gone viral. The chick from Australia, she's gone viral.
Coming up with her in it, and it's
that was
They got her in the Titanic scene. They got her. They
Got her in
They
everything.
got her in the cover of The Exorcist. You know, where the light.
Well, they also got her in. They also got her in Karate Kid too. So
They got her everywhere, dude.
I haven't seen
Got her
these memes.
everywhere.
I need to see these memes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It-
dude.
yeah,
Oh,
they're
man,
just-
they're hilarious.
I'll send
The
you.
poor woman is
All you
being.
gotta do is look at my timeline, dude. I put one after the other after
She
the
is
other.
just being
I
wanna see-
brutalized.
I want to see them insert her into Thriller.
Yes. Yes.
Give it time. I'm sure they will.
Yes. So.
But yeah, she's made it. But you know what? She's under investigation too,
Why?
because the methods that she used to make it to the Olympic competition may have been shady.
Oh boy.
Less than
Her
reputable.
and her husband are under investigation right now.
I heard a great comeback today on Twitter talking about the Aussies think that grilling outside is barbecuing. And this guy goes, "Yeah, we know how you feel, how you translate breakdancing."
Yeah, well, breakdancing lasted long, didn't it?
It
It won't be back.
was a
Thank goodness,
demo.
because
That
they
was
should have
it.
never been there in the first place.
No, it was a demo. We won't be seeing that again.
No,
We will be seeing baseball back.
that was a
Finally.
They
major
will have flag football in 2028, which is
Oh,
in
God.
Los Angeles.
flag football. Yeah,
And you
Just
can
what
get
we
rid of
needed.
3-on-3 basketball as well if you want to.
yeah, that's true.
We pushed so hard to get that into the Olympics, and then once we get there, and we come a cropper. I think the women wanted bronze, and the men just, I don't know what happened.
Oh,
to
he
them.
flamed out big time.
Oh.
When your best player, and I can't remember his first name, Rick Barry's son, his youngest son.
Yeah. I mean, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name now, but he was even shooting free throws underhand.
Yeah, underhand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get rid of breakdancing. Get rid of 3-on-3 or 3x3, whatever they
No,
call
one
it.
of his sons was Brett, right?
What was that?
One of his sons was
Yeah,
Brett.
that's one of his older brothers. This is the youngest brother.
Yeah, his
youngest son.
his
I can't remember
first name
his
begins with the letter C, but I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
That tells you how important 3-on-3 was.
Right.
I don't know, man. I know that I watched the Olympics when I was a kid. Mark Spitz, Greg Louganis, all that kind of stuff. But once I didn't have to watch it, I didn't really care for it.
Did you know that I once interviewed Mark Spitz?
You once interviewed Mark Spitz.
Yes,
Before or after the 7 gold medals?
after
After the
I
7 gold.
was doing a 30-year anniversary story on the guy from UTA that beat him in a couple of races for the gold medal in
Right.
the Mexico City Olympics, and I wanted to talk to Mark Spitz about it and get his viewpoint. And he wasn't total dickhead, but I mean he moderate dickhead. So
He's got the ego of a 7-time
Oh,
world
absolutely, he does.
Olympic champion. Yeah.
he has a massive ego, total massive ego.
That's right. Michael Phelps blew his freaking records away. So
Yes, he did.
Blew him out of the water.
Yeah,
No pun
yeah.
intended.
We won't be seeing anybody challenge those anytime soon.
No
No,
doubt.
I don't think so either.
Not in our lifetime, anyway.
Right.
Same
Right.
with Simone Biles when it comes to gymnastics.
Right.
Tell you what, she's actually almost 30 years old. And she still accomplished what she accomplished. She got 4 golds in this year Olympics.
Yep.
So
Did
at
you see that
27,
picture
I
of
think
her
she-
with?
I
You
think
see that
she's
picture of her with
27.
Shaq?
What's that?
You see that picture of her with Shaq
I mean, she's up to his knees, right?
up to his knees? She's like 4'11", and he's
Yeah.
8'11".
Yeah, they had to dress her in orange so he wouldn't step on her.
There you go.
Yeah, she's a little thing.
Married to a Bears player.
Yeah.
One of the ones.
Played for the Packers last year and got traded
Yes,
to
he did.
Bears.
Yeah, and
Mr.
he's complaining because he's not getting enough shine.
Yeah.
He needs to
Jonathan
shut up.
Owens.
You know what though?
He needs to shut up.
He's not a primetime player, Wayne. He really isn't.
No, that's what I'm saying. He needs to shut up and ride that Simone Biles wave.
He needs to get with the program and know that he's not the best athlete in his own.
Yeah,
life.
and Sheila brings a good point. Simone was in Chicago today wearing Packers gear.
Who?
Simone, he doesn't play with the Packers anymore.
He doesn't play with the Packers anymore.
No, but she was wearing Packers gear.
Oh yeah, long she's got plenty of that.
So what? He can't afford to send her a Bears jersey? That's foul, man.
I'm just saying. He's a
Once
scrub.
again,
He
as
really
Elliot
says he's a
says,
scrub.
not
He
even
really is a
the best player
scrub.
in
Him
his
play. I
household.
mean, he's not the best defensive back I've ever seen, but he's far from the worst too. I mean, he's serviceable.
Well, he's moderate.
Yeah, he's
I would
serviceable.
say he's a moderate, talent. But I think he's just look. You should know if you're going into that kind of a union with somebody who's a global presence. Okay, a global freaking
Right.
attraction.
Yep.
Man, you got to know that you ain't getting anywhere near the shine you think.
No.
Yeah, you are the
Shane
number
coming
2
on your
fiddle in that household. You are number 2.
You are the backup battery. That's all you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
You are the beta male in that household.
Pretty
I do have a question for everybody though.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a question. If by chance, I hope it doesn't happen, but if by chance Brandon Ayuk gets traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's going to be very hard, at least in my opinion, for them to tell Mike Tomlinson and Brandon Ayuk apart. Because he looks just like him.
Yeah, he looks like his
Wow,
son.
I hadn't thought about that.
He looks just like him.
Yep.
Like Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin, yeah.
Mike Tomlin, yeah.
Well, last I heard, I think the Niners are trying to get a contract offer to him.
They do. It's just the extra year.
Like the last 3 or 4 weeks.
The 1 year is the.
It's the 1 year that's the sticking point.
Because they offered him a 3-year contract. He wants 4.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Steelers could use another receiver, that's for sure.
Honestly, I'd give it to him, but, that's not my money.
If it's the same amount of money, I'm kind of confused. He wants 4. They're offering 3. That just means he'd be back to free agency faster if he took the 3-year deal.
Right.
But maybe he doesn't want to be in that position that quickly.
Maybe, in 4 years would guarantee him a 49er for life, and he can retire a 49er too. So, Ayuk, you guys got to admit, Ayuk was pretty dominant and was an imperative on that offense last year. I mean, he's what you call a Swiss Army knife of receivers.
He's a top flight. No, I wouldn't call him a Swiss Army knife.
No, Debo is the Swiss Army knife.
Right, Debo is. You're right. I'm sorry, Debo is. Yeah.
Ayuk is a true number 1 wide receiver because
Who was the other team that was interested in getting him? There was Steelers and somebody else. Somebody else besides Pittsburgh. Was it Cleveland? Yeah.
Cleveland and New England, and he said he didn't want to play in either place.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to play in New England for sure.
Cleveland, New England,
yeah. And he said the Browns suck. I don't want to play for them either.
Was he pulling LeBron? Is that what he's doing? Pulling LeBron? Well, the show is complete, guys. Elliot made a LeBron comment, so we can always say that was
when did I make a LeBron comment?
Didn't you just say he's pulling a LeBron? Didn't you say that?
No.
Okay.
I said he said that he ain't going. The Browns suck, so he's not going to go play for them either.
I think you're a little paranoid, Scott.
What time is it?
Just a tad bit paranoid.
I'm always worried when Elliot's on the show to make them, he's talking shit. And I'm always worried.
But yet I keep getting invited back.
If it's not a Browns comment, it's going to be a Guardians comment. So I'm always prepared.
Yeah, but the Guardians comment, you set yourself up for that one. Talking about best record.
You're right, Wayne. I did set myself up for that one. Yes, you're correct.
Tell you, man, best record changes with the wind, dude. Right now. You got like
To be honest, the best record in
you got
baseball
like 8
doesn't mean a
teams
damn
that
thing.
can claim best record.
And again, the best record in
Season.
the best record in baseball these days don't mean squat.
Nope.
That's
Best
right.
record in
That's like
baseball
the
and
last
the best
year.
record in hockey mean
Just like the best record in hockey doesn't mean squat.
Best
either.
record in any regular season means shit these days. Because you know who wins? The hottest team going into the postseason.
Yes,
Right.
correct.
Okay.
Hottest and luckiest.
But, yeah. Well, everybody has to have a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
Nobody does it purely on just.
I mean, and you can apply that to the NFL too, because the it takes.
of
I mean,
course.
by
That's
the
what makes Dallas what they are.
correct by the time Christmas, Thanksgiving come around, that's when teams start coming into their own. They start getting momentum and they start playing with what they're supposed to be, depending on their talent.
Right.
And that's that momentum they get going into the playoffs. You could be
You know for a fact, okay, every year that the Dallas Cowboys will put together a tremendous regular season and then pull a Tina and Louise when the freaking playoffs start.
yes, and Green Bay was the prime example of that last year in the playoffs. Sorry, Ken.
No, you're
Tina
not.
and Louise.
Lie to
Tina
me.
Louise, are you doing a Gilligan's Island reference right now,
No,
Elliot?
Tina and Louise, remember?
Oh,
Isn't that the girls? Oh, Thelma and Louise.
Thelma
Thelma and
Louise.
Louise. Okay, I got you
Thelma and
now. Okay.
Louise.
I'm with you on that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what they pull when the playoffs started. Thelma and Louise, yeah.
Cowboys more like Brad Pitt in the back seat, though.
With Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones at the wheel.
Hey, Wayne,
Yes.
go back over into the sun for just a second.
No.
I want to see something. I think you got a chance to, there. A little bit more.
There you go, Wayne. There
You
you go.
got a chance to look like Dave from 2001: Space Odyssey. What do you mean, Hal? Open the pod door, Hal.
Is that your blinds? Is that the blinds that are doing that to you, Wayne?
Yeah, the holes in the blinds.
Yep. Sorry, Dave.
That's right.
The only thing that will prevent that is blackout curtains, man.
What are you doing, Dave?
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here.
Dave's not
Dave's
here.
not here.
I love it. Oh, all right, guys.
Oh,
What else is going on? What do you want to talk about? Anything specific? Ken?
Yankees just scored on a wild pitch.
What?
Yankees just scored on a wild pitch.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. So that'll put us a game and a half up on the Guardians.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And the Orioles.
I think the Guardians would better
No,
watch.
Orioles won
They might
today.
end up in
The
the
Orioles won today.
Yeah.
They beat Boston 4-2. Thanks.
I
Thanks.
think
Yeah, we
the
got threw a
Guardians-
3-hitter and lost 4-2.
Yeah.
the Guardians might end up in the wild card race. You never know.
How are those Braves doing, Wayne?
With all the injuries and everything, they're 2 games up. They are the last wild card at this point in time.
So
They
in
got
Philadelphia's
coming
got
up with
it's
Philly.
like the best team in baseball right now.
They got
No,
a 3 game set coming up with Philly starting Tuesday.
no, they're not the best. They're
Is it the Dodgers?
Dodgers lost last night, but they won today.
The Dodgers, well, San Diego lost today, so now they're back to 3 games behind, and Arizona's 4
Right.
games behind.
Right.
At
But
this
not-
current moment, the Yankees and Phillies are tied for the best record.
Hmm.
Not that it
Not
means
the-
anything, right?
the
Elliot?
No, because between it doesn't mean anything because they're in different leagues. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to a World Series thing, if the Phillies and Yankees went to the World Series, the Yankees would get home field because they beat the Phillies in their head-to-head competition. So we have the tiebreaker against Philly in a World Series scenario. But that's a long ways away. I'm not gonna be a Cleveland fan and count my chickens.
Well, no, of course not.
You know? I'm not gonna celebrate first place in July.
Christmas in July, first
But
place
you
in
see,
July.
that's what inexperienced winners, you know what I'm saying? That's what-
As we say in the South, Elliot, bless your heart.
Oh my God!
What hat are you wearing there? What's PA mean?
Look, when you foster a culture that has nothing but losing at its core, you can't expect the jokes not to come. Come on now.
Go Browns. Go Guardians. That's all I got to say. Go,
And-
go Bolts.
by
Indians.
the way, Scott, that's not PA, that's PR. on
Is
his
that
hat.
PR? What's that mean?
Yeah.
Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico.
Look,
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Is it for their football team or baseball, Elliot?
I'm Puerto Rico'd out. It's for
Baseball.
it's for loyalty to my island, dude.
Mm-hmm.
My heritage.
Were you born on Puerto Rico?
I was not, but my parents were.
Okay, that works. That's fine.
So that makes me a full-fledged Puerto Rican. It's a pride. It's a what do they call that? Pride for your country shirt.
Right.
Yes.
Right for your heritage.
Yeah.
I hope they didn't
Heritage
sustain too much damage from the hurricane.
What hurricane?
The last one.
Ernesto.
Was I
It
there for
blew,
that?
blew
It was a
across Puerto
tropical
Rico.
storm. It was only a tropical storm going through Puerto Rico. It was
I wasn't
a hurricane
there.
that hit Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I wasn't there for that one. I was already here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no hurricanes here, baby.
Not in Arizona.
No. We might get some dust storms, you know what I mean?
Oh, you get massive dust storms.
But no,
Oh, Habibs.
I ain't got to worry about.
Habib or Haboob.
I don't have to worry about level 1, level 2. I don't have to worry about none of that.
Yeah, no hurricanes in Arizona unless California falls in the ocean.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you need to be east of the San Andreas Fault to make sure you don't fall in the ocean, Wayne. I'm just saying.
And I am.
So they don't, so you don't pull Lex Luthor. You know what I'm talking about from Gene Hackman and Superman.
Right.
All right, guys. What else you got? Anything else, or we can get out of here?
I'm done.
Week from Thursday kicks off the NFL season.
A week from Thursday. We're 2 weeks away.
Less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks Thursday.
Thank God. I missed NFL and football, guys.
We got Florida State and Georgia Tech next Saturday in
Nice. Go. And that's from Ireland too, from Dublin.
Ireland. Yeah. Why on earth are they playing in Ireland instead of Notre Dame?
Right. All right, fellas. We're out for tonight. Thank you, and Ken, again.
Good to have you back, Ken.
Good to have you back.
Thank you, sir.
And I apologize again for.
Oh,
No.
Ken, water under the
We're
bridge.
good. We're
Let's
good.
move
All
on.
right. So I'm glad to have you
I'm
back.
still trying to get that. I'm still trying to get that message out of my freaking
Yeah,
head.
get your Facebook shit in order, Ken, so we can see, so you can see the chat.
I'm poking my mind's eye out. 'Cause
Yeah. All right. Guys, great show. We're out of here. On behalf of my co-host, Mr. Elliot Big E, the producer, Mr. Wayne, the Professor Lynch, and the return of Mr. Ken Koslow. I am the Sports Nerds. We are out. We'll see you again, hopefully, on Tuesday. Elliot, play the outro.
Mamba out.
Thank you once again, Red Nation, for spending part, if not all of your evening with us here for this latest episode of the Sports Nerd Show. Please keep in mind that we do this on a regular basis every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday night. And since each night's start time is different, please check out our SNN group page on Facebook for the correct times. So until the next time we come together, Nerd Nation, on behalf of the Sports Nerd and his co-hosts, Ken Koslow, Sean Polson, Wayne Lynch, and me, Big E, may your life be filled with all the best sports action anyone human can handle, as well as all the joy they could possibly bring you. And with all that said, good night, Nerd Nation, as the time has come to say, we